My name is Shane Burrows. I'm 23 years old, and I attend Sierra Community College in Rockland, California. My typical weekday, I wake up early, I get ready for work or school, and I go to school for a few hours and then work, and then some days I go back to school for a few hours. So some long days and nights. With the little free time I have, I'm either studying, doing homework, or eating or sleeping. So it's hard. It takes up all my time, to work full time and to try to go to college at the same time. But I have to work to survive and also pay for my school. And school has always been a struggle for me. Just out of high school, I went to college for a few semesters and I had to drop out because I couldn't afford to pay for my own education. I wasn't as fortunate as some of my peers. I didn't have parents that were able to provide or pay my way through school. I lost my mom at a very young age, and my dad never remarried. He was just a single parent. He was able to provide a house over our heads, food, shelter, just the basics to get by. I ended up taking 5 years off of school, and I knew I had to do something. My passion was always there, and it was very depressing to go day by day just working. And so I got back in school. I feel a lot better. It's still a little depressing just because I'm in debt, and it seems like I'm going paycheck to paycheck. With the little money I have, I can spend that on school, trying to get out of debt, but it seems like I'm just drowning here, paying minimums and just paying off interest and nothing else. It's a real struggle, and especially if you're working full time, it's hard for me to get the classes I need. I have to schedule my classes around work. And now with the budget cuts, especially here in California, they're cutting classes. On top of that, the state colleges and universities are also raising their prices. So there's a lot more students attending community college. So with them cutting classes and more people attending, it seems almost impossible for me to get the classes that I need. It's really hard right now, especially for any college student. It's really hard. I don't see it getting any better. It only looks like it's going to get worse. I think the one thing that needs to change is they need to government needs to stop cutting funding. It's one thing if they're not going to provide money for schooling, but I don't think that they should cut school funding. There's plenty of programs out there that the government is spending money on that I think that they can spend a little less and put that towards education. I think education is probably one of the most important things right now in America that needs to be handled. I think if we put our minds to it, we can find a resolution and get people the education that they need. I feel like in my life, if I don't get an education, I'm not going to go anywhere. I feel like I won't be successful. I feel like if I got the education I need, I'll do great things with my life. I feel like I have a lot of potential, and I know a lot of other people have a lot of potential as well. It's saddening. It's sad, to think about it right now for Americans. It's really hard. So that's where I am, trying to take America to college. The best way to describe how I feel right now is a quote from one of my favorite books, Alice in Wonderland. The part where Alice comes to a fork in the road and she doesn't know which way to go. She says, "Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here?" "That depends a good deal on where you want to go," said the cat. "I don't much care where," said Alice. "Then it doesn't matter which way you go," said the cat. "So long as I get somewhere," Alice added. I feel like if I knew which way to go, I'd get somewhere in life.